Good morning, homies. See, I got the white face going on. Yeah, because Florida sun. It's kind of foggy. I got kind of a sad story for you guys. So we're catching some bigs, but on very small baits. It's kind of crazy. Coming. Dude, homie Homer then. A couple years ago it was like this, and we were throwing like Kitex and stuff like that, but we're still fishing schools of fish. This is a little different game. Today I'm going to show you kind of the little sneaky tricks we're doing to catch some of these giants on really tiny baits, on really light tackle, but absolute gigantic bass. This thing is sick. The big question is, do we jinx ourselves and unstrap the net now, or do we unstrap it when we hook a gigantic fish? I just dropped the boat in, and literally as I'm dropping the trailer in, three like 2.5 to 3 pounders blew up around my trailer. Like my trailer displaced the bait. Like a sneaky place to fish. If you have a boat ramp and it gets traffic, say in the morning, you show up at like 9, 10 o'clock or so. I think it's like 9 o'clock, 9:30. And dude, it's a hard spot, right? So it's structured. You can sneak in there. We used to do it in Wisconsin all the time, dude. We fished boat ramps during like the spawn and that. Guys would drop in, they'd be there crack ass of dawn. And then you sneak up on a boat ramp when it's all quiet, drag a worm through it, dude, and there's fish on the edges where like the concrete meets the sand or whatever. So I'm gonna make a cast right here. No dice, somebody showed up. The spot is below. That's a big one. Somebody made the right cast. I made a cast, I saw a mark on my active target, and I was actually just kind of trolling around to see if I could, oh, you're gonna go the other way? To see if I could see some more fish. It's got the current on her side too. Oh my God, dude. Bro, my heart is absolutely racing. Look out, Vog, look out. Get in there. Dude, oh my God, Bog, this thing is an absolute freaking Toadosaurus Rex, boys. Toadosaurus Rex. Oh my gosh, bro, catching studs on dinky little fairy wand stuff. Bog, that's a giant fish, dude. That is like a stout fish. But dude, I saw her for a minute. She saw me and she's like, I'm not going home with you tonight. And I'm like, dude, this is it. I'm gonna lose this fish. And we just stuck to it. And a lot of times when it comes to the spinning tackle, you really want to reel them in. You want to go fast. But literally, dude, just try not to have a heart attack and take your time. I'm gonna put this fish on the scale. $9.32. $9.32. Hit that thing. All right, now the most important part, dude, these are beautiful fish, absolute mondos, but you don't leave them in the live well. You get them out and you send them back to the lake, and that's exactly what we're gonna do right now. Wow. All right, we need to get you back because you were awesome. So strong. So absolutely strong. Bro. That's what you come to Florida for, boys. You know, you guys saw a lot of videos of me doing something like this up in Alabama, up north, you know, for spots as well as for largemouth. So you might think it's the exact same setup, and it kind of is, but it's the same spinning setup. You know, I'm running, you know, a medium action. I have two setups, basically a 610 Halo medium and then a 7-foot, this is the Monster Bass Lunker stick in medium once again. You know, 8-pound fluorocarbon, super light line, pretty standard. The biggest difference though is this guy, the terminal stuff. Basically, why don't I just show you? So you can see You got 2 different hooks right there. This is what I throw up north. Super kind of, not totally fine wire, but almost fine wire. And this is what I got for down here. This is actually a Boss jig head. The other one that I'll run, my buddy Descent Weights makes one. But you can see the hook on these guys is a lot stouter. So you need to use a stouter wire hook, because when you're talking about 9, 10, 11, 12 pounders, they'll straighten a hook, dude. So stouter hook, but pretty much it's the same thing, like a screw lock jig head, you know, your downside swim bait, Kitech, cast, whatever you want to use. But small swim bait, stouter hook, most important part. Slide it on there. And the reason you can't use a standard swim bait hook, one, the hook's a little too stout. 2, it's definitely too big, as well as the screw lock being too big. You know, these swim baits are not that gigantic, so you need to have a screw lock that can accommodate a downsized swim bait as well as a hook. Otherwise you get something that looks all funky, but that doesn't look funky, and they're gonna chew it. So we rolled up and we're catching some fish, but we ran across some hammers. We got Garrett Rockamora. Alec, what's your Instagram?
Alec Morrison Fishing.
Alec Morrison Fishing, of course. Kobe Pellerito, dude. Go check out his pictures. But Alec is an absolute hammer with the graph, dude. And you're from New York, right?
New York.
He's from New York, dude. And what's funny is these fish are kind of setting up like smallmouth. So he's absolutely killing it, dude. Look at what he caught. Dude! Hey. Hi, Alec.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm loving life down here in Florida. It's doing good.
I don't know, she's 10, but she'll be close, I think. We actually casted this fish. My buddy's over there fishing, but we casted to this fish like 3 or 4 times, and she didn't respond. Oh God, dude, that's a freaking monster. I'm just gonna grab her. Got her. Dude, man. Oh, she wasn't coming off. That's a certified freaking stud, dude. Oh my God. How about it, boys? Giant. Oh my gosh, that's a freaking big one. You almost knocked me out of the boat like twice. Look at that fish, dude. I think we got ourselves a 10-pounder, boys. I got my friends coming over to take a picture. This thing is 10.75, dude. 10.75. What a giant. I'm gonna get her in a well, take a few snapshots for the memory, and my buddy over here is gonna crash into my boat and take a picture for me, all right? That is a 10.75 bruiser. Let's get her out, and the most important part is getting these big girls back. Bog, can you not harass the fish? Look at that thing, dude. Golly. All right, let's get her back down. What a beautiful fish. You gonna go? Back down you go, homie. See you later. Mondo dabs on me. That's what you come to Florida for. That was insane. I don't know if I could handle another one of those. So I'm doing 2 things with this little swim bait, and I got 2 rigs up. I got a 1/4 ounce with a 2.8 Kitech, and then a 3/8 with a 3.3. And basically, I'm looking for them on the active target. I'm looking for little groups of fish. I'll cast to them, try to line up my angle, let the bait get to the bottom. Unless they're way up in the water column, can I keep my rod tip high and kind of swim it through them? But the majority of fish are towards the bottom. But here's the real key. So the bait's on the bottom. I'll start off slow rolling, because that kind of gets the slack out of your line a little bit. And you'd be amazed how much that bait rises off the bottom, even just with a few reels. So I'll just pause and let it go back down, and then I'll keep reeling. And then if I feel like a fish is following it, or if I'm near the group of fish that I saw, I'll give it 2 quick reels like that. And then I'll tight line it or pendulum it back down. And then I'll keep slow rolling. And every once in a while, I'll put those 2 quick reels in. So that's one way that I'm fishing it. The other way is more classical. And that's just a super long cast, or a cast to a target, to a fish, shoot that bait out there, and all I'm trying to do is just keep it just above the bottom. You don't want it like grinding on the bottom like a wobble head. You want it just above the bottom, 1 foot, 2 foot. It seems like these fish, based on what I've seen on the active target, once again, the active target is the learning tool. it seems like they want to come up to the bait. So you just kind of slow roll it, and you got to watch yourself I just got bit. You got to watch yourself. I guess they want it slow rolled right here, because it's very easy to speed up too much. So you just want to slow roll and control it, because that bait can rise way too high if you're not careful about how fast you're actually reeling. That's another big one. Yeah. That's a giant, dude. And he come off, mother. I think Bog gets some belly rubs. Belly rubs for Bog. That was belly rub qualified. What an epic day. And I saw my buddy Alec and Garrett freaking catch giants. Like, and dude, shout out to them. They kind of keyed me into some of the aspects of the pattern. It was a sick day. But I'll tell you what, if you're going to try to catch giant bass on little fairy wands and finesse stuff, make sure you upgrade your terminal tackle. Make sure you got stout enough hooks to do it. You can catch a 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 pounder on a spinning rod, but you got to make sure you have the right jig, the right hook, because that's usually where your fail occurs. If you play them right, you're still going to lose fish, let's just be totally honest, but if you play them right, you can handle them with that 8-pound fluorocarbon leader, that 12-pound braid, and that medium action spinning rod. It is doable. I showed it to you today, but upgrade that terminal tackle. Otherwise, you are going to end up frowny faced. Hit that like and subscribe button. We will see you back out on the water, hopefully catching some more Florida giants. Later, guys.